I'm going to move into just a few exercises here. And so some of these I've done before. You might recognize them. And just kind of follow along as best you can and go from there. So let's go into bringing into the hands into the chest. And a lot of these are just energy-based exercises to prepare us to move into Friday. So putting the hands into the chest, and let's interlace the fingers coming around like this and reversing the flow of the arm. So again, if you've seen what I did, you come into here like this, and let's go the opposite side and bring them underneath like that. So, okay. Now, so we come here, putting the hands together, then going from side to side like this. And a lot of the time in yoga we go totally with the flow and in a progressive way where we don't know which way we're going. But we kind of move with improvisation, we move with purpose, we move with transitional flow, feeling our body first and then moving second. So let's come up and bring the hands into together like this. And okay, so you can't see the arms above the plane of the camera, but that's okay. All right. So now let's go into, so this is upward facing salute, saluting over to the right side, and let's then salute over to the left side, and we breathe. So remember, with each transition, we take a breath. And there's the breath, exhale. Breath on the other side. So from there, we're going to come into triangle. Hands behind. The prayer position in the back. Okay. And let's see if I can, okay, let me see if I can do it on this side. Balance is way, way off. Okay, this time I'm just going to come out into a cross. Try to go behind the other side like that. All right, so back down. So now let's come down into, let me transition this into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And we're going to come down. I'm trying to make sure that everything is seen here. And the first one we're going to do is lifting into the Bhujangasana. And then we're going to come back up into down dog. I'm going to lift the right leg up as high as we can get it. We're going to come on through, coming back down, up, lifting through, and trying to get the chin toward the knee toward the chin, and lifting up, back down, and let's swivel through into Bhujangasana, and then back up, and let's do the same thing with the opposite leg, up and through, up and through, lift the left arm up, lift the right arm up, come down and lift the back leg up, through, back leg up, through, back leg, and let's just switch sides. Come through, back leg up, and this is the opposite leg now. All right, so how are you doing? How do you feel? Note, make a mental note. Check in with yourself and ask yourself how you're feeling tonight. So, am I feeling good? Am I feeling pronounced? Am I feeling a little bit off? And so the key to this whole thing is being okay when you're not. If you make a mistake, if you're out of balance on one side, or if you're this way, that way, somewhere, maybe so, then it's okay. You just let it go and forget about it. And so this is this is the main elements of yoga, which in essence means adapt, adjust, and accommodate. So we're in for the hero pose, or Virasana, arms up, deep breath, exhale, and let's come down into child's pose. And we're going to come into, from here, we're going to come into Mando Konasana, the frog. So we're going to take Mandu, Konasana, coming out. So the idea here, this might make my mic sound funny here. So we're going to try to get that chakra, which is the Manipura chakra, the Svadhisthana, down the first chakra and the second chakra to touch down to the ground. At the same time, so all of our parts of our body are moving toward the floor to connect with the center of gravity, or what's holding us up. So the idea here is to totally release, surrender in the body, and to draw or harness the energy from the ground. So the power of the earth, and surrendering to that and letting it support us. So this is, metaphorically speaking, the connection with your day and life, in letting the ground deriving your power from the ground, the source energy from the ground, and also from the sky. So this is what we do. We connect with the sky through the hand movements, the arm movements, and through some of these lower body openings we connect. So from there, let's go into straighten the legs. We'll come back into Bhujangasana. So you can bend the elbows here. So we want to try to keep if you notice, we try to keep the pelvis down. So we're connecting here. So maybe you might want to have a slight bend of the elbows. If it's too much, then just come up to here like this. If the back is too sore, then just stay out of it and just relax for a bit. Okay, so, and let's come up into here and get back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is the down dog, downward facing dog. And once again, let's lift the right leg all the way up. Hold it up, take a breath. Here, so hear my breath, lift the opposite leg, left leg up, 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 and down, and step on through, and let's come into the full triangle Purna Trikonasana. Take another breath or two, and from there, let's come into Parsvakonasana, okay, which is this extended side angle, reaching out. And the idea here, the goal is to bring the energy through the hand and have a complete opening in the extension here, drawing the energy back from the side where the fingers are outstretched, leaving an open channel, bringing the energy all the way back to the foot. So the back foot is about in 30 degrees or 40 to 45 degrees. So the whole body, and this is open, and your chest is all the way open here. So let's come back down into the down dog. And we're going to switch sides. So we're going to do the opposite side. And this is the side that we didn't do. So let's come into triangle first. And I'm just going to switch all the way around. A little bit better vantage point here. And we did same thing on the opposite side. So once again, you're looking up to the armpit. Notice your other hand is resting the elbow or the arm on the knee. You're drawing the energy back. So you're opening up that channel here within the side of the body is completely open. You bring the energy out from the hand all the way into the back of the left foot. Okay, so it's coming, energy is moving freely through the body. And so when the body's down here, it's more closed off. When we're a straight line, chest is completely open, shoulder in line with the knee. We're all the way opened up. Keep the arm straight. Try not to let the arm droop way down here, looking up toward our tricep or our armpit. And let's come down. So let's go into, from there, let's just come back and take a couple moments. So yoga is all about feeling our power within us, staying in the present moment. And let's come down into Uttanasana, the ragdoll. You might want to bend the knees to take pressure off the back. Bring the chin on down toward, I'm just going to straighten up here. So we want to lengthen through the back. And I'm just coming about halfway down. Some of you might come all the way down. And extend up. And let's come back into Chaturanga Dandasana. So I did a little jump back there. We come up. And once again, we come into down dog. This time we're going to go into Parvasvanasana. Okay, so this is the pyramid. Try to keep this front leg straight as possible. Sometimes I try to get that. I don't always get the leg as straight as it's supposed to be. Notice that there's a straight line between the front arch and the front heel and the back arch. That foot, the back foot is pointed in about 45 degrees. Okay, we're going to take a breath and we're going to lift the back leg up. Up. Down. And let's go take a deep breath. Let's come to the other side. Switch around. Keep the breathing nice and smooth. And let's do that other movement. So we're going to come back up. Back into down dog. And coming into Vasisthasana. Okay. Let's come back into down dog. Keep the breathing engaged. Vasisthasana on the opposite side. Back up. And let's just come up. And let's come up. Take a couple breaths, hands behind you, draw the shoulders back, and let's come down to sit. And let's do a few more, and then we're going to close out. We're going to do a shoulder stand. Okay. Now notice how you're feeling. Bring the breathing back to normal. Nice smooth breaths, trying to slow down the breath, not really slow, but breathe naturally. And look, notice the difference of where you were at the beginning to where you are now. Okay, so let's just come out and let's just go into do a wide angle here. Okay, so feet apart, and we're going to stretch forward. And we're going to stretch over to one side into the seated angle, wide angle. And let's stretch over to the opposite side. And we're going to do shoulder stand this morning, and then we're going to close out with a Ardha Matsyendrasana into a twisting pose, and then that'll be it. So with the shoulder stand, this is good for rejuvenating, like I've talked about before. This rejuvenates youth. So we regroup our energy. It's sometimes good in yoga to, to take a few moments to let the body catch up to itself, rather than trying to rush through it, like stepping ahead with your mind to the body. Then your body doesn't have a chance to regather the energy, and so you wear yourself out before you've even started. So a lot of the time in yoga we rest between the poses, and it's quite all right to do that. If you feel you don't need to do that sometimes, then you can just roll through it really quickly. Depends on the day, the time of day, or your strength level at that particular time. So the shoulder stand, and then we come up. Our arms, elbows are alongside of our body. We're as straight as we can be, like a candle, in a straight line. This wind brings the blood back down through the lower body to the upper body and back into the heart. And this one, and then of course all the way into the throat chakra and then into the ajna chakra. And it may even get to the pineal gland, or the pineal gland, however you want to say it. But this one is the youth restoring posture. It gets a nice blood flow to the face. So it gives you a more supple, more youthful look by practicing shoulder stand, salamba, sarvangasana on a regular basis. Sometimes, maybe some days you might just want to do this one along with another stretch. Usually you can hold it for as long as you want. I would recommend probably maybe a minute. Usually most of the yoga postures about 5 breaths. So let's just come out to the side with the legs out like this, and we'll come down into a wide version of the plow. And let's just come back into the halasana, the regular plow. And then we hug the knees into Karna Pindasana, the knees to the ears. And we'll do a few variations if you want to go. You can come out now if you're too tired. So we're going to bring one leg up and We're going to get the opposite knee down to the ear, and I'm going to grab a hold of the foot here, so we're going to bring that one down. And so this will stimulate the digestion a little bit. And so all of these are geared toward a different part of the body of having a synergistic effect on one of the aspects of your the way your body functions, and to make the functionality a little bit more efficacious. Okay, so we come back up, and let's just do the opposite leg and grab a hold. Let's see, where did I go with this? Okay, so kind of bring the arm around like that. Grabbing a hold of the foot at the arch. And then we're going to come back up, bring the legs all the way apart, and then back together, and let's come down, make it a nice, smooth, and easy transition all the way down. And I don't know if I was cut off. I think, let's see, it looks like you were able to see what I did on some of those. If it's not quite right, then I hope my description was fairly good. All right, so let's just finish it off with Ardha Matsyendrasana. So these twisting poses are good for the digestion. So we cross one knee over the plane of the other leg, like this with the foot, and then lift the arm up, drop it on the opposite side of the knee. Take a breath, look back toward the hand and back, and let that shoulder relax down. Don't squinch the shoulder way up. So, looking back toward, and these are really good for the back and the lower back, also for your overall calming exercises. They're also good for the stomach area, a nice massage to the lower stomach, some of the nerves and the muscles in your abdominal region. And so let's just go to the other side, take a breath on the way over, and drop the opposite arm inside on the opposite side of the thigh, and keep that arm relaxed. Put the other hand a comfortable distance in back of you, looking back toward the hand. And this is the spinal twist, or Ardha Matsyendrasana. And these are very effective exercises. Sometimes the twisting postures are some of the most significant poses in yoga. All right, so let's just do one more. Let's just come out into Simhasana. So we'll just do one lion roar. And so the emphasis on this one here is to come out. So this relieves a lot of stress, and so this is very crucial for the day and for getting a lot of that bent up energy out of us. So we pounce like a lion. Usually when you come out, you spread the fingers way out. So you kind of prepare for it like a lion would pounce. When you come out, you stick out your tongue, and then you make sort of like a thrashing sound, or you like a roar, or like you know, not really a yell. So it's kind of like this. So let's try it again. So we take a couple breaths, and we get ready to remake something. We could make a fist on the side, and then we can come out. So take the breath, gather the energy, and we come out, and we're going to roar like a lion. Breathe, gathering your strength. Breathe, we come out. Back. And let's just go into, we're going to relax for about maybe into Savasana for a couple minutes. So let's just let me bring this out. Okay, let me bring before we do that. All right, so I'm going to go into final relaxation, and spread the feet out about comfortable distance. And we're going to start our relaxation here from the bottom of the feet first. So let's take a couple deep breaths. Now notice how you're feeling now as opposed to how you were feeling at the beginning when you first started. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Feel the body relax as you melt the back down toward the floor. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to feel where our heels are touching the ground. So feel that connection with your heels to the ground. Move up a little bit. Notice where your legs are connecting, so you feel your calves are touching your calves now and your heels. They're making a connection with the floor, your yoga mat, as you relax further. Notice the connection with the backs of your legs, so moving up, relaxing one part at a time. Notice your surroundings. You start to have a better concept of the energy around you. Your mind is a little bit more even now that you've practiced. So you've slowed down, you've increased your acuity, your mental sharpness has progressed. You're able to interpret the surroundings of your environment. You're no longer or not as much distracted as you were before you started. You can hear the energy in the air. You can pick up the energy in the room. So moving up the body, the small of the back, where you're just above where your lower back, kind of around where your tailbone, so you're connecting, you're moving that area of that very small part of your back down toward the floor and letting that surrender so you feel it coming closer to the ground as you relax the arms a little further. Coming up, we relax, let our shoulders, both shoulder blades, surrender toward your yoga mat. So now we've gone up, we feel all the way from our heels, legs, hips, low back, shoulders. And now the last thing would be where your back of your head touches the floor. So we feel our whole body is connecting. But more importantly than that, surrendering. And our mind is clearer. If you notice the mind starts to wander away, then bring it back. And let's just have a couple moments of silence for about a half a minute. And bringing the body back and the mind coming back to full attention and rolling over to one side and then transitioning up. And let's just do a couple ohms to finish off. Put the hands underneath the chin, lift the chin up, give the neck a Final stretch. And bring the chin back to the chest, all the way down toward the collarbone. Exhale. And inhale. Couple more breaths. One last time. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and we'll see you next time.